So after that initial engagement, about 18 months in is when you actually won the award. What would you say is your greatest accomplishment from the learnings, from working in your business to working on our business, if I'm right?
Absolutely. I think the delegation part was big, because look, today I'm able to sit in the UK and we're still continuing to be involved with the business in Cape Town. I can't picture how that would have been possible 2 years ago, because we were so involved, and that's really freed up our hands and our mind space, that we've actually gone from having one business in fiber to now multiple different departments doing a world of different things in security, in glass, in air conditioners, and most recently even online food stores. So so that would not have been possible if we didn't have the time and the mind space to actually be able to sit back and think, what next, how next, who's going to do what, and actually be able to work on the business, so to speak.
Dirk, is there something you'd like to add?
Yeah, I can just add on the delegation part. I remember that the time the person who introduced us to Lana, at that time I was still doing the daily payments myself. I wasn't ready to let that go, but yeah, we should start delegating work, and yeah, developing people's potential. I think that's one thing we strive for. That's one of our values, and our adaptability to shift resources. I think that made us realize this is what we needed long time ago.
Oh, fantastic. So roughly after four months after you guys did your program, you took the leap and started to roll out programs within the business. Was that an easy decision?
At the time, it was quite tricky, because we knew we wanted to develop them. We knew we wanted to see them improve, but we looked at the financial implication of it as well, and we're like, we want everyone to do it, because that they could all work together on this. But at that stage, it was just too much for us to spend at that time. But we knew we had to take that step and start somewhere. So I can't even remember how many people were in the first courses that we did, but we started staggering it and saying, okay, these 6 people that actually work together in this department, let's get them to do it together so that they can work together better, that they can become more productive, and hopefully they will teach the others around them as well. And they really enjoyed it, that first crowd, and we could see the difference. We could see how they grew in themselves, and also what the effect was on that with their work and their productivity and so on. And now it's actually become almost a reward in the company to say, okay, you've been selected to now do this to do this course. So it's for those that start new and haven't done it before. They're like, hey, when's going to be my turn to do this? Because they can also see the changes and the difference that it's made other people's lives in the business. So that's made it quite exciting. But initially it was a difficult decision, but we said, okay, we're going to take X amount of money and just start with a certain amount and then grow it over time. And I think it's the best decision we've made. And it's if I look back, even if we had the money, I don't think we would have done it differently. It's really good to see how it's been phased. We're constantly growing, and because of the constant growth, there's constantly new people coming in, and it's those new people coming in. Yeah. If we had done everyone at the same time back then we would have had the old crowd that's all done it, and the new ones that's come in not doing it, and then all the new ones would have to do it together as the new ones. And I think you'd lose the company culture in that. Now we're constantly taking old and new together and continuing with the courses. So I think it's actually worked out well, the fact that there was a budget constraint to start with.
It was a budget constraint, but there was also some risk in your minds. You look at people and you know what you put into your program. The reason you weren't delegating is because you didn't entirely trust them to do what they needed to do, and there was a little bit of that feeling with investing in them for their development as well, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we said, Lana, make sure you tell them that if they don't do their homework, they're paying for the course themselves.
Which is fair. Absolutely.